Hey, we made it. We made it through 2020 and we made it through the transition into the new year. And we just know that things are going to continue to evolve and that good is always present, if not great. So again, welcome. Everyone is muted. Here in a moment, we'll go into music. But after the service, if you are interested, you're welcome to stick around and unmute yourself, and we'll have just a brief communication time. I'm going to turn it over to Sylvia now for our welcome song.
I'm waiting for my share button to cooperate with me, Dr. Barbara.
And that.
We might want to open in prayer first.
All right, let's go to Deborah. Thank you. Deborah, you are muted.
That's so funny. I already clicked unmute once. Guess I missed it. So I'll say it again. Let's all come together with a breath, if you so choose. Nice, deep, relaxing, receiving. And as we gather in that way, we know that we are whole. We are the wholeness that is all that is. And we know that everything that expresses in our life is that wholeness expressing. There is only this one beingness, this one consciousness, and we are it. We are loved and informed by it. We are expressing as it. And as we come together in this beginning of a new year, we know that all of the other years are how we got here. And so we bless all of these years, knowing that years are simply something we make up, and that what we are in is the divine flow of life. So I am blessing everything that 2020 was, fully accepting it as it was, and standing on that, which sometimes felt like a millstone, as now the rock that I stand on to go forward. And knowing that it supports me and holds me up, I know that this is true for each one here. I know that we all know that spirit is ageless, timeless, and ever new in its manifestations, in its unfoldings. So I know that each of us receives and gives that which is perfect in this time and place as we're together in this moment. I know that each of us gets it to our next most brilliant level, that we are this consciousness, that we do create and receive the allness as our experience of ourselves and each other, and blessing all that can be learned and celebrated and shared and realized and released and received in this time together, knowing that it is all perfect and a blessing for each of us. I bless this opening of our time together with my gratitude, with my joy in speaking this truth, and grateful for each one here, grateful for all we are about to experience together, grateful for this truth. I release this now as we open our time together into law, which is with us as us, knowing all is well for each of us and for our community, as we say together, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Deborah. That was wonderful. Now we'll go to the welcome song.
Welcome to a place place that sees who you are. We are of one mind, we are of one heart. Welcome to a place that knows the truth that God is everything. God is me, God is you. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that sees who you are. We are of one mind, we are of one heart. Welcome to a place that knows the truth that God is everything. God is me, God is you. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that sees who you are. We are of one mind, we are of one heart. Welcome to a place that knows the truth that God is everything. God is me, God is you. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God. Welcome to a place that knows you as God.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sylvia. This morning, my friends, we are blessed, so blessed to have Kim May from the Creative Thought Center back with us. Just always a ball of fire and a lot of love. Kim, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you, Dr. Reverend. Oh, I am so excited about 2021. I know we have, as was said earlier, thank you, Tom, we do have some hangover kind of to get over for 2020. There's no doubt about it, but I am so excited to be here this morning. And when Barbara called me and said, would you be the first speaker of the year? I was like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 I would love that. That would be an awesome way to start the year. So here I have some, well, the title of my talk is Joy is a God-Given Gift. Let's live it. And what I want to say about joy is that it's innate within you. You were born with it. You can access it anytime you so choose. Does it take focus? Does it take concentration and desire? Of course, but that's all it takes. That's all it takes. So I want to stop here for just a minute and take maybe 2 or 3 minutes to just ask you all to take a nice deep breath with me. If you're comfortable doing so, just let your eyes close. And I want you to breathe some breaths, just focusing yourself into this very sacred present moment. Let go of everything that has come before it or anything that lies ahead of you. Just be right here, right now. And as you're breathing those breaths, I invite you to realize that you are breathing the air of the saints, the wisdom keepers, the ancient ones, Buddha, Jesus, all of those who have come before us that are love and light workers. Their cells, their essence is in the air you are breathing. and it's permeating your body with wisdom and awareness and clarity like never before. And in this place of connectedness, of clarity, of security, and of pure love, I invite you to bring a memory. I don't care if it happened yesterday or 40 years ago or longer. Bring up a memory that absolutely was one of the most joyous experiences you ever have had. Really bring it up in your mind. Increase the lighting so it's brighter. If there were any aromas in the air, bring that in. Let yourself smell those aromas. If you heard sounds during this time, let yourself remember those sounds and go into your heart right now and feel your heart bursting with joy, excitement, enthusiasm. This is a wonderful, wonderful moment in time that you have kept with you and will keep with you always. It's precious, and it's a way, it's a bridge to always getting to your joy whenever you need it. Bask in that moment in time for just another few seconds. Breathe it in, drink it in, feel it in your beingness. That joy is your God-given innate right. It is yours. Claim it and know it. So familiar that you can retrace your steps to it anytime you need, anytime. Your joy is yours. It's a gift and will always be there. Taking one more nice deep breath, letting yourself smile, letting yourself feel that joy, and bring yourself back to the room, please. So it's there whenever you want it. You can get to it anytime you want. And it's so very important to hone this skill as you move forward. Remember, this is a new earth we're creating. This is a new story you're writing for yourself. We cannot create in anyone else's world. We can only create in our own. We can be of great influence to those around us by modeling the joy and love and light that we are. That's the only real part we play in others' lives. What you're doing is very personal, and it's okay to own that and feel a little guarded of it or selective, somewhat careful about who you allow to influence you. Because we all know, I'm speaking to the peanut gallery here, guys. I know you know that you are powerful creators and that you're creating your life magnificently. And yes, of course, we can all do better, which is what we're about to learn how to do. We're going to remember some of the things that get in our way of our joy. And then we're going to let those go and consciously choose to not revisit them anymore, ever. Now we'll find ourselves back there time and again because we are human, but that's okay. Joe Dispenza has taught me a really fun little cue that works so well. When you start to, and I know we all have cues in our physical beingness, in our bodies, when we start to slip down that emotional scale into less favorable emotions, we feel it. We can feel it almost immediately. And that's great. That's guidance. And all you have to remember is change. The word change. And stop in your tracks when you start to feel that movement downward, stop right there and say change. And I promise you, this works. Because the moment you say change, you've said to your mind, what am I creating forward looking? Why am I moving back? No, I'm going to look to what I'm creating and find happiness there right now. Even if it's not created in our lives yet, we must feel within our being as though it has already manifested. Because then it's inevitable. You have absolutely nothing to worry about if you can achieve the feeling of it already having been made manifest. So joy is a powerful principle of God, of source, of spirit, and it's our birthright. Don't for one moment forget that. You were given it. It's in you. Accessing joy takes focus. It takes focus. You're going to have to ask yourself to really get very particular and selective about where you're placing your focus so that you can maintain that high vibration that you know creates all that you desire. None of us want to create negatively in our lives. Of course we don't. And you won't. It's all about the momentum you're allowing or not allowing to become powerful in your thought processes. If you have a negative thought, it's okay. Don't stay with it long or it will gain momentum. That's the key. You want as little momentum around negativity as possible so that you can stop it quickly, change direction, and go forward. I'm going to read to you a little passage from Science of Mind, my favorite book in the world. And this is really important to help us to remember who we are, okay? The page got turned, sorry. All right. It is from page 160 in the Science of Mind textbook. And it says, it is only when we let go of all human will and recognize the pure essence of the spiritual principle incarnated in us that thought rises above the belief in duality. We should constantly visualize our faith by the knowledge that the eternal is incarnated in us, that God himself goes forth anew into creation through each one of us, and that in such a degree as we speak the truth with a capital T, the Almighty has spoken. You are that powerful. You are God incarnate. We can't for one moment afford to question that anymore ever again. Own your divinity, own your power. Know that the creative energy that keeps the world spinning and all the planets in perfect proximity and all the magical orchestrations that happen on our planet and all the universes around us, that's flowing through you, in you, as you, always. The question is, are you putting up resistance to it? And what's resistance? Any negativity. That's all you need to know. It's really that simple. When we're feeling our feelings, which are divine, every single one of them, I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to tell you that your negative emotions are bad. There's no bad emotions. They're simply guidance. Guidance. Think of them always as guidance. And when you feel yourself slipping down into the less favorable emotions, know every step down you go, you are putting up more resistance, one, and you are creating more momentum, two, for those negative thoughts to grow from. None of us want that. None of us want that. So that's okay. That's what we know we have to do. That's our work. And that's all good. I have a quote from one of my other favorite teachers, Abraham Esther Hicks. And this came in on November 29th, but I really feel it's apropos, and I wanted to share it with you. You are the only one who creates in your experience, no one else. Everything that comes to you by the power of your thought, yours and yours only. If there are changes you would like to make, it will be of great value to begin telling a different story, not only about your body, but about all the subjects that have been troubling to you. As you begin to positively focus, getting to feel so good about so many subjects, you will begin to feel the power that creates worlds flowing through you. And I know we've all felt that. There's that, oh my gosh, everything is in such flow and such ease, and it feels so good and so magical and so incredible. That's the way it's supposed to be all the time. And it can be that way so much more. It can be. The trick, if there's one, is to just pay attention and be very, very, very selective as to where you put your focus. That is so, so important. We must tell a different story. It's so difficult sometimes to be around, particularly, say, family members or friends that have been with you for decades, because often we get into these conversations about the past. And it's just what we do as humans. We tend to go back over these scenarios. I want to caution you about that. You can't afford to do that anymore. Not unless those scenarios were amazing and they brought to you and that person such joy and growth and expansion and wonder. Then talk about them all you can. Seriously, talk about them all you can. But curtail those invites to talk about what has happened that we all know feels terrible to talk about. The moment one or two words come out of the mouth, you feel it. You feel that sink in your vibration, that sink in your stomach, that tightening in your throat. Pay attention to that. It's hugely important for you to stop right there and say, you know what? How about we don't do this anymore? How about we talk about where we're going and what we want in our future? Yeah, it's fantasizing to a degree, and in some ways we're just sort of playing, but it's so much more productive to think about what we're creating than what we created that went wrong, possibly, or that brought us sadness or grief or pain, right? The human in us all wants camaraderie and commisery. We want people to get us, to understand us, to know where we're coming from. But it's a slippery slope, a very slippery slope. So please, 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 please be very, very aware of the conversations that you're striking up with people, and be very conscious to not let yourself go into those places that are creating negatively and putting up resistance. Because the moment you start feeling that resistance, that negativity, you're cutting off your communication to source, to spirit. It's having a harder and harder time getting its influence in as that momentum grows, as that resistance grows. It has a harder and harder time getting its positive, loving, compassionate inspirations to you. So That's the goal. That's really our goal for 2021 and beyond. What do you want to create new? There's never a time in our life, I don't care what our age is, that we cannot make something brand new happen in our lives and move towards something really heart expanding and fulfilling and gratifying. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. I mean, the main thing that is so important is that as love and light workers, which I know we all are, that we shine as bright as possible. And we are in love with everything about our lives and ourselves as much as possible. Because this is the modeling, this is the influence you will have on those people in your lives that are reaching. And more and more and more and more people are awakening. And this COVID-19 has been an immense gift to so many people in that they, for the first time, many people for the first time are looking inwardly, are doing some soul searching, are beginning to ask those hard questions and wondering, why aren't I happy? I want to be happy. Because joy is innate. Of course they want to be happy. They know in their bones that they're supposed to be happy. And as you model happiness, as you model love, as you model joy, they're going to be looking at you going, what do they got going on that I don't got going on? Where are they doing something I'm not doing? They're going to begin approaching you and asking you, how do you do it? And there you go. There's your opening. And you don't have to get crazy. You don't have to make it hard for them. Make it as simple as it really is. I decided to give up being anything but love. Who can fight with that? I'm going to be love in every expression that I can to everyone I meet. And I don't care if they're the ones going under their mask doing this. I'm going to love them anyway, because I know they were drawn to me. They were drawn to me because I got a little bit of that going on in me, right? It can be no other way, you see. Anything that comes into your experience, you brought to you. Yeah, every single bit of it. You can't select, oh, well, that came out of the blue. That wasn't me. Wrong. It's all you. It's all you. Own that. It's okay. It's okay. We all have that stuff inside of us that we're trying to heal and release and let go of and stop dragging into our new year. It's okay. It's really okay. Just be very loving and gentle with yourselves every step of the way. That is critical. You have to love you first and foremost, most of all. First, we love God, spirit, source. We love there first. Second, you love you as much as you possibly can, as much as you love God would be perfect. And then you love everyone else because you know they're all you. They're all you doing the best they can, trying to make their way through this crazy time we're living in. So be bright lights of love and let them see you shine and be happy and wonder, how are they doing that? How are they staying so happy? Here's another one from Dr. Holmes I have to share with you today that I absolutely love. This is from page 33. When we learn to trust the universe, we shall be happy, prosperous, and well. We must learn to come under the divine government and accept the fact that nature's table is ever filled. Never was there a cosmic famine. The finite alone has wrought and suffered. The infinite lies stretched in smiling repose. God is always God. No matter what our emotional storm, our objective situation may be, there is always a something hidden in the inner being that has never been violated. We may stumble, but always there is the eternal voice forever whispering within our ear, that thing which causes the eternal quest, that thing which forever sings and sings. And why is it singing? Because it's so full of joy. That's right. That's right. We are that, and we are amazing, and we are absolutely on course without a doubt. There's a lot of things that went sideways in 2020. They had to. They needed to be revealed. People needed to be able to wake up and see the truth and understand, and to understand that we're all growing, and forgiveness is our number one tool. We must not judge. I don't think any one of us does much of that anymore. We're getting very good at not judging. Follow that right up with always knowing people are doing the very best they can. No matter what their behavior, in the moment you're observing them, they are doing the best they can, and love them right where they are. Love them right where they are. They need it more than ever. Right then. So I just want to finish with some information about our cosmos. You know, I'm a bit of an astrologer at heart. I just love the way these things all coincide together. It's so much fun. So our full moon was in Cancer, which Cancer is very nurturing and loving, mother kind of energy, right? And the moon is emotion anyway. And being full, it's just like really powerful. And it was our 13th full moon of the year, which made it even more powerful. And we have to remember that the big players are also in the mix here: Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune, these, and Uranus. These planets are not going anywhere for a long time. And I wanted to just backtrack slightly by telling you that on the solstice, the 21st of December, we had a amazing Christmas star, they called it. It was actually Saturn and Jupiter lining up with one another, which they do every 20 years, but not to, they were within 1 degree of absolute perfect alignment, which, by the way, only has happened like every 800 or some years. And yes, that is the star, they say, was the Star of Bethlehem, and led, those to Bethlehem to see Jesus. So very powerful energies going on in the cosmos, gang. Really, really strong. Saturn is and Jupiter are moving finally, thank you God, from Capricorn, which Capricorn is strong. It can be a heavy energy. It's very pragmatic, and so it can be heavy energy, and they've been there for a very long time. They're finally, thank you God, they're moving into Aquarius, and they're going to be together in Aquarius again for a while. And Aquarius is all about humanitarianism. Global family, guys. We're there. We are there. It is happening, and it's not only happening in the cosmos, it's happening on our planet. People are beginning to understand, if we're going to survive as a species, we have to love and honor all life on this planet. And so it's very exciting energy. I want to also tell you that Pluto is in the mix here, and Pluto is a bit of a tough energy, in that it brings up a lot of our past stuff. Good news. This is the last time, if you so choose, This could be the last time you drag any of that garbage into your new year. So you've got the next 2 weeks. These are endings. Full moons are always endings. So between now and the new moon, which is our new beginning, between now and the new moon, you've got a couple of weeks to really look at the garbage that you're choosing to carry around from your past that is not loving to you. That's the criteria. Not only does it not serve you any longer, which you hear all the time, I want you to start thinking about things that you're dragging along with you that are not loving to you. Because this new earth is all about growing the love. Love, love, love. Get really into the word, get into the emotion, take it with you everywhere you go, and let that be your mantra. I love it all. I love it all. I love it all. I'm going to love every bit of this. Those things that are unlovable, of course, you're not going to love everything absolutely. But what you won't do is judge it and condemn it and get negative on it, which we all know is creating momentum in the wrong direction and putting up resistance to your divine inspiration. That's reason enough to not go there. But love as much as you can, everything around you. Seriously. All right. Let's see. The moon also squares Cryon. Cryon is the wounded warrior. So here again, between Pluto and Cryon and the moon squaring it, you probably were feeling and have been, and maybe it's past now, but it could still be lingering. This old stuff from your past could have come back up for you to just look at and decide. That's all it is. It's a decision you make. Am I going to keep dragging this with me into 2021? Or am I going to finally forgive myself and let it go? Or am I going to forgive them and let it go? Because that's the real healing right there. We got to let these things go. There is nothing that serves us about regret, and definitely anything that makes us feel vengeful or distrusting. That's another one. We know where to put our trust. Do not kid yourself. You know God is the place to put your trust, and in you, because you are God incarnate. So that's where your trust needs to be. Don't misplace your trust by putting it on people who are still finding their way, who maybe have never learned to love themselves, who didn't know how to teach you any differently. God bless them, but don't put your trust in them. You know where to put your trust. We're really being pushed to stretch. There's no doubt about it. We are being pushed to stretch and move into something very new. I challenge you. I'm going to finish off by challenging you with creating something so absolutely amazing, so huge in your mind. There's parts of you that'll go, no way, this is just too much, too big, too incredible. Tell those voices, I love you very much, but quiet down. We're not listening to you right now. Thank you for sharing. Hush. Because there's nothing too great. There's nothing too amazing and nothing too exceptional that you cannot create if you want it. Find what you want in your heart. See it in your mind. Visualize it every day for 5 lousy minutes. That's all I'm asking. 5 minutes to put your full attention on what you are creating. And I promise you, stay in love, stay in light, and you will absolutely realize your manifestations. Your demonstrations will be so vivid and so clear. You will be absolutely convinced yourself, which is where it must start. But I feel again, I'm kind of talking to the peanut gallery here. You guys are pretty darn good at this stuff. So blessings to you all. I love each and every one of you. I'm thrilled to always come and speak. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And may 2021 be beyond your wildest dreams. Mwah.
Most awesome, Kim. Thank you so much. What a fantastic message. Thank you so much. I know I'm going to be watching that again and again when we get it on YouTube, just for that hit of incredible potency and clarity and love and dynamism that you reflect today. Thanks so much. I think we have a wonderful piece of music now. I'll turn it back to Sylvia.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, oh, one power is what we are. One power, oh, one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger you abandon.
Just dynamic. What an incredible way to start this experience of 2021. Thank you again, Kim. And thank you, Sylvia, for bringing that music to us this morning. If you would, in this moment, just step into a clarity of knowing with me. Everyone, everywhere in this moment is lifted, supported, nurtured, filled with a deeper and clearer awareness that all is one. Each and every one experiences greater health, more dynamic prosperity, an abundance of heartfelt connection with the divine, with the self, with everyone, everywhere. Know with me that where problems seem present, they simply drop away. Know where struggles might dominate, they just evaporate. They move into a greater, clearer knowing that all is right, all is well, all is good with this world. See with me an end to division and an opening and an infusion of that which is one, which connects, supports, and loves. Knowing it is done in this way, we say yes. We understand our word, our thought, our feeling, our intention, and our actions to be powerful beyond measure. We know it is done beyond our wildest dreams, and we let this go. Together we say, and so it is.
Yes.
Sweet, sweet way to start this first Sunday of 2021. I'm so grateful for all of us here today and for this opportunity called technology that allows us to do this. I have several announcements. Next Sunday, Reverend Sally Robbins will be joining us and bringing the message. After her message, we will convene for a town hall meeting. It is incredibly important that everyone be a part of this. We are making some very dynamic changes to our presence here as a spiritual community, and we want everyone to be included and informed about the changes and to know how things will unfold for the very highest and best for everyone. On the 31st of January, Dr. Barnsley Brown will be back with us. She will be bringing the message. You got to know Barnsley is a ball of fire. And after that message, about 15 minutes after the close of the service, Barnsley will provide a play shop. It's not called a workshop. It's a play shop called Power Up Your Prosperity, Lead the Abundant Life Now. And I want to say something to you. If you're attending to this message right now, what I want for you to understand is that abundance has nothing to do with money. It has everything, my friends, to do with love and joy and our potent presence here in this universe. Because if we have those things, money will never be an issue. Health will never be an issue. Concerns with relations, employment, all those things that seem to be sometimes weighing so heavy on our hearts and our minds, they will not be issues. Barnsley knows this. She will talk about prosperity at every level. I believe I have the information from her, but I don't have all of the details worked out. That will be between an hour and 15 minutes and an hour and 30 minutes in length. And I believe that the intention is that we will offer this based on a love offering, and that Open Door and Barnsley will share the proceeds. So, please think about that. Please think about sticking around. as we move toward January 31st, to plan to have a little lunch set aside, or, you know, something to keep your belly happy while we come back together and enjoy the wisdom that Barnsley offers. She has published 2 books, and a lot of this information will be coming from the 2 books that she has written. So I'm really looking forward to that. I know that every year at the first of the year, I like to really infuse my consciousness with some powerful stuff to carry me through the year, to set the tone, to bring forth a better world for each and every one of us. And this will help us do that. So it will be great. If you are of a mind to make a donation to Open Door Center, you are welcome to do that. There are several ways you can do that. If you go to our website, findadeepertruth.org, click on the donate button, and down at the bottom of the donate page, there will be a button where you can make either a PayPal or a debit or credit card donation. You can also mail a check or a money order to us. The address is Open Door CSL, 30 North Ridge Point, apartment T as in townhouse 5T5, Sylvan, North Carolina. The zip is 28779. If you have friends or family who would benefit or enjoy from being a part of this, please share the Zoom links that are sent out. Let them know that if they will shoot me an email to opendoorcsl@gmail.com, I will be glad to add them to our mailing list. It is not it is a private list, but we're glad to share that with anyone that we feel like will benefit from, or would like to enjoy hearing things. You can also go to YouTube, to our YouTube channel. That's one word, Open Door CSL, one word, no spaces. And that will take you to our YouTube channel. You will see some current messages, and you'll also be able to see archived messages from a number of years ago when we were actually video recording services. And, we have those on there too. So lots of awesome stuff, lots of fun speakers, lots of power, and potentially, great stuff. So I think that is all I have to share, other than I want to say thank you again to Kim May from the Creative Thought Center. That just rocked, honey. Boy, you set the tone for us in such a great and fantastic way. I know that we're going to benefit from that for a long time. So I'm now going to turn it over to Carol, and hopefully I'm not forgetting anything to close us with prayer. After that, you're welcome to unmute and stick around, and we'll just have a short chat. Thank you.
Okay. So join me and just take a deep breath in, breathing in that newness, that freshness, that aliveness that is 2021, and loudly exhaling 2020. Just let it slip away. And just know with me to the very core of your being that God is all there is. I am of the one, and you are of the one. And just know that God moves and lives and has its being in me and in you, around you and through you. There is no separation. God is always with you, within you. Today, I celebrate a new year, a fresh start. I let go and release anything that no longer serves me. Anything that my human brain perceives as negative, I just let it go. And I open my heart and my mind to new and fresh ideas. I am an irresistible magnet for good. This good rushes to me now, and I gratefully accept it. Right now, I am ready for the birthing of this good in my health, in my relationships, in my finances, and in my emotional and spiritual well-being. This good shows up in anticipated and unanticipated ways. And I'm not surprised. My light shines brightly. And I am grateful for this teaching, for the center, for everyone that can hear my voice. I'm grateful for each of you. And I say with a full heart that all is truly well with my soul. I am open to receive. And so it is.
And so it is. Beautiful. Thank you again, Kim. I want to thank Sylvia and Deborah and Carol for your amazing high practitioner consciousness. It's just been such a great way to kick off the new year. You're welcome to stick around, unmute yourselves. We can hang out, we can talk, we can chat. I'm leaving for just a minute to step out of earshot, but I will return.
All right.
Thank you, Carol. That was beautiful.
Oh, you're welcome. So, are we all recalling or remembering that we should not expect anything different by repeating the same thoughts of yesterday?
That's right.
Yeah. So let that stuff go.
That's right. Create the new.
So what's everybody doing this afternoon? Anybody getting outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Walking.
Good. Good.
Me
Yes.
too. Me too. I'm getting out there. Several of you are still muted, just so you know.
I have some reading to do for work, so I'll probably do that.
How is work, Jenna?
It's good. It's good. I learn something new every day, and I love being able to explore the house and see things that I never really noticed before. You know, little details like getting to go into the rooms behind the ropes and see things, and so yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Still working late hours?
No, since we have a curfew, I'm generally out by 9:30, 10 o'clock, depending on what part of the house I have to close.
Oh, cool.
And then after candlelight is over, you won't be working nights at all.
Yeah, that's true. My mom said that after candlelight is over, I won't be working nights at all.
Is this at the Biltmore?
It is, yes.
Fun. Oh, how fun that would be.
Yeah. Definitely a dream.
Very nice.
Yep.
Where are you located, Kim?
Oh, I'm in Waynesville, North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a new business partner, and I have a personal training studio that I have. It's 21 years old now. It's hard to believe. But I've taken on a new business partner, and we have reconfigured the gym into COVID compliant personal training spaces. So we are working.
Oh, terrific.
Yeah, we are working one-on-one with people, and basically you and your trainer have a room to yourself. And of course, we're masked. I take temperatures at the door. We're sanitizing before and after. We're just praying that, you know, as time goes by, we can be a little bit less diligent. But for now, we are very, very diligent to keep everyone healthy. So many of my clients are older. So I really go beyond the call of duty to keep the place super sanitized. But we're good. We're good. And there's a lot of people that really need their workouts and won't do them without us. So
So for those of you who don't work during the day, I'm in Macon County, and Macon County has a really good senior center here, and they do Zoom Tai Chi and yoga classes several times a week, and they're so good. And I'm nearly positive you don't have to live here to sign up and take them. So I would just say to you all that if you all, I feel so good after the yoga classes, and they're it's yoga for seniors, so it's not really too, you know, wild as far as, the stretches and everything. It's just, I feel so good, and I just encourage you all to, if any of you might want to look into that, email me at I'll put my email in chat, and I'll send your information to the facilitators and see if that's doable as far as not being part of the senior center or not being a resident of Macon County. So,
Carol?
I would be surprised if they limit it to residents of a certain area nowadays. I mean, that might have been the case a year ago, but we're going global. This is how it is.
I know that the Tai Chi they've opened up. I don't know about the yoga, and there's something about they want your information because they also have somebody who watches the session. So everybody has to be on camera. So it's like a spotter. They watch the session and they make sure nobody passes out or something. And if they do, they have your information so that they can, do something about it. So
Is it online, Carol?
I think she froze.
Yeah. I missed that part. Did she say it was online or in person?
No, it's online.
It's online.
Oh, I'll have to find that out.
Mm-hmm. Shoot her an email.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can hear you. I just can't see you.
Well, you froze.
I'm still frozen.
You're back here now.
We can see you now.
Oh, yeah. I can't. I'm frozen on my end. But anyhow, Sylvia, you started asking a question and then it froze and I couldn't hear you.
I was asking, is it online? And the fellow people in the room said, yes, it was.
Oh, she froze again.
Yes, I know. That's funny.
I do yoga. I found a video series.
You're all gone again. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I'm afraid if I do too much, I'm gonna get booted off the internet altogether. So I'll just.
If you stop your video, Carol, stop your video and it will help.
It won't let me. It won't let me do anything.
I'll stop it for you. There you go.
Yeah, it hasn't changed anything on my screen.
Well, we're doing virtual workouts too. So there's
Awesome.
we're doing personal training out of people's homes and we're filming there in the gym. So lots of people have opted to do that. In fact, my partner has like 14 clients and they're all virtual.
Wow.
A group session or do you do individuals?
We do individuals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like the doing yoga like this way because even before COVID, I didn't feel comfortable doing it in a room full of other people.
Right.
It just, for me, I just wasn't comfortable with it. No, stick it. What? Quiet. No. Sorry. No, I feel more comfortable having it be a solitary practice because it's more relaxing for me to just have it be like me and the instructor, even though the instructor can't see me in this particular, it's a pre-recorded video, but yeah.
I know going to the gym in $159 worth of gym appropriate clothing every other day that has just never been my thing, you know, partly because, you know, it felt like a competition sometimes with people, and partly because, yeah, it felt like a competition. There's Carol coming back.
Yeah. Well, the first time I did yoga, I took it as a course when I was at AB Tech. You know, I got a credit for it. And it was twice a week, and there were only like, including the instructor, there were only like 5 of us in the room. And I was okay with that. But there were, after that, anytime I tried to go somewhere that had yoga classes, there was always like 10 or 20 people in the room, and it just didn't resonate with me. And like you said, it felt like a competition of who had the nicest yoga clothes and the best yoga mat and, you know, all the latest gear. And I was just like, yeah, I just want to stretch, you know. I just want my body to feel good.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So.
For sure. Yeah. Well, gang, I'm going to head off. I've got to actually get over to the gym and do some rearranging, and I've got my work cut out for me this afternoon. It was wonderful being with you. I love and care for you all. Take wonderful care. Be in joy.
Yes,
Bye.
Kim, take care. Be well. Thanks so
Thank
much.
you.
So what's on the agenda for the afternoon, folks?
For me, it's lunch right now, so I'm gonna check out, guys. I'll see you.
I hear that. Food sounds good. Yeah. Bye. Thank you, Deborah.
Well, I'm gonna put loaded baked potato soup, and then I'm going to make chocolate Russian tea cake cookies.
I'm going to find your house too. I want the recipe for the chocolate Russian tea cake
I
cookies.
just found the recipe.
I have Russian tea cake recipe, but I don't have the chocolate.
I didn't either, and I just found it, and I'm wanting to try it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
We'll let you know how they come out. Yeah, I'm interested to see this too, because
yeah, the soup sounds really good too. I have a huge bag of potatoes. Last time I went to Earth Fair, they had like, you know, organic potatoes for $2.99, a big bag, and I haven't managed to utilize many of them yet. So, soup sounds good.
Well, I only buy potatoes when I know I'm going to use them for something, because I just don't want a whole bunch of potatoes around, because I'll think of stuff to make with potatoes. So
yeah. No, I usually don't buy a bag, but they were so cheap. I was like, I could get 2 potatoes for this price, or I could get a whole bag. Do it.
Right. I later in the week, I'm going to make a pork, like a glazed pork loin.
Yeah.
I got a new cookbook for Christmas for my friend Zaria. It's the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook.
Okay.
And it's got all kinds of, you know, recipes in it that look really good. So I'm gonna try that on one of my nights off.
That sounds fantastic. I got a cookbook too. It's called Bakerilla, and it's mostly it includes a lot of gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, or natural sweetener type recipes. So I finally had ordered some stuff from Vitacost that I needed for a recipe on there, and it came. So yeah, I'm probably going to get in the kitchen one day this week too.
Yeah.
So.
Did everybody have a good Christmas? Did you all get what you wanted from Santa?
David.
You mean like a whole day of sleep?
Yeah.
When you went to the bonfire the other night, David, wasn't it rainy and cold?
I didn't go.
Oh. Well, there was pictures posted of David with Warren Sander, and then a picture of a bonfire, and
Well, he tagged me, I guess, because he had invited me, but make it. No, I had every now and then I'd get a problem with sciatica in my right hip, and I was having a painful day, so I decided not to
Well, I was thinking that at that time when he said they were there, it was raining and cold here, so I just thought,
Yeah.
I wonder if
It may have been, yeah. I didn't even go outside to look, but yeah, it could have been. But I just, I didn't feel like making that kind of effort to go out in the cold when my hip hurt. So,
Yeah.
and good thing because, as it often does, it comes and goes suddenly. And New Year's Eve was when it happened, and when the bonfire was going. And I was sitting on the couch and I turned to reach to the table to get something, and I felt something slip in my back, and the pain went away. So I put myself, back in alignment, and
Yep.
felt a lot better. So it was a good idea to stay home.
Yeah.
You need a yoga class.
I need a lot of yoga classes. a lot.
Yeah.
And a good chiropractor. So
Yeah, I've been having like trouble with like my neck and my shoulders hurting, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and then it finally hit me that I'm standing up straighter at work than I realized, and so like everything is being realigned. And
Yeah. I had a friend of mine who's just, I mean, she's an amazing body worker. She's been doing stuff for about 30 years, and she's in Haywood County, so she's really close enough to people who are in the Asheville area if you're ever interested. But she was working on me one day. I was having all kinds of neck issues and upper shoulder stuff and just crazy stuff. Was sitting at my desk with an ice pack most of the day, and she said, "Your problem is you just stick your head out too far." I'm like, she said, "Back it up, girl."
right.
Well, gee, there's a metaphysical message there for you there.
Well, I have found that when I'm standing on post at work, that's what we call when we're in our certain area, that instead of standing there with my hands and my arms down in front of me, I pull them back behind me because I want to seem open and receptive. And so it's pulling my shoulders back so that I stand up straight. And so it's making everything hurt. But I don't want to stop doing it because I don't want to go back to, hunching when I stand. So I guess I just have to suck it up and deal with the pain until it goes away.
Suck it up, cupcake.
I mean, my suggestion is pay attention to how much stress you have in that part of your body when you're standing straighter like that. The congregation gifted me with a present, an Amazon card for Volunteer Appreciation Day, and I bought a rowing machine. I found one that I really liked on Amazon, and with the mat and everything, it was under $200. So, and what I've noticed about that is that it's incredible. I chose that because I really want some means of working every muscle group without having to go out the door or without even electricity. Okay. If, we end up in a scenario like that with winter here in the mountains. And the thing I have seen is the condition I have the day after I do it is directly related to how tense I am when I'm on there. And it's just about, I mean, you're working your muscles, but it's about having relaxation.
Yeah.
Having everything relaxed, because otherwise it's like I'm stressing those muscles to a point where the next day I really feel it in ways that I don't like. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I have a friend who's got a rowing machine too, and it is the damn bomb. It is just fantastic. Okay. I love the thing. And I started out really slow and really cautious because injury is not my cup of tea. Pushing it, hurting, having painful muscles the next day is not what I believe is good, in terms of creating, greater strength in the body. So, yeah, I'm loving it. It is the bomb. It really is.
Well, I think one of the, like you were saying about, stress and tension, is that I generally carry stress and tension in my neck and my shoulders. I've been aware of that for a long time, but I also think that I'm subconsciously anticipating someone being a challenge when I'm at work, and so I'm putting extra stress on myself because I'm anticipating having a
Conscious
problem.
languaging at work, people.
Yeah, I'm anticipating a problem. Well, that's what happens when you raise me in science of mind.
Well,
But you're standing hard, you're just anticipating trouble.
Yeah, I am. I'm anticipating trouble. Yeah. But you know, candlelight's almost over.
Candlelight is almost over. Oh gosh, yeah.
Well,
Great.
sure, there are some delightful customers. Not all of them are bad.
Yes. Last night I had 2 gentlemen who weren't wearing their masks, and I asked them to put them on while they were outside at the line. And the guy that was in front of them came over to me and went, "Thank you."
Oh. Mm.
Thank you. And I was like, "You're welcome." So yeah, I mean, I do have guests that are very respectful, and I do thank them for wearing their masks, but it's the ones who are not that stick with you.
Oh yeah, it is. How is that? Somebody I read one time says it's the negative things that we remember so much better. And there's supposedly like a physiological reason for that, you know, it's like it lodges in the subconscious and the conscious and the actual gray matter more. I don't remember what they said, but
Yeah.
Well, it's like it goes back to our basic instincts of survival. It's the fight or flight instinct. You have to remember dangerous situations in case you encounter them again,
Yep.
and ready to respond to it. If you're in an environment where you're very comfortable and you trust everyone around you and there's no danger, you become so totally relaxed you don't even pay attention to what's happening around you at all.
Yeah.
So that's generally the training we get, and then of course we project that onto everything else.
Makes a lot of sense.
so how are you liking your new place, David?
I
love it. I'm very comfortable.
Good.
Oh, like he's gonna say he doesn't with Sylvia right there. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Talking
kidding.
about specific.
Andrew, I was like, is he still at Sylvia's? I'm not going to ask that question, but
Eat again.
I'm very, very grateful to have someone there so that it's not just sitting waiting for my return, because it's got a lot of very good energy. It's so bad when nobody's there to love on it.
Yeah.
See y'all later. Bye.
take care. Thank you for everything, Sylvia.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah, take care. So guys, I think I'm going to check out too. I'm got some stuff I need to do this afternoon that involves running around and yeah.
We're gonna go eat lunch.
Chores. Sounds good.
Right. Bye.
Good.
Bye.
Oh.
See you guys. Bye, Andra. Bye. Y'all take care. Be well. See you soon.